New on Curiosity Stream. She was a loving wife, a devoted mother. She also stole atomic secrets and gave them to the Soviets. Meet the woman whose deception kick-started the Cold War on the spy who stole the atom bomb. And
what if they catch you?
Then I shall be shot.
They're coming! Come back!
relive history's most death-defying escapes. It's Impossible Escapes, Civil War. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
Last night, I was reading in bed when my husband started massaging my shoulders. You know what that means. So I quickly said, I'm way too tired for sex, babe. And he said, we only have sex like once a week. You're always so tired. And it really got me thinking, how often are married couples supposed to have sex? So I Googled it, naturally. And that's when I found the Relatable Report. It's a free resource for married couples, and it delivers research-backed relationship advice to your inbox every Friday. Check it out and sign up at relatablereport.com.
Hey, Ola, it's Miles. Thank you guys for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast.
Have you heard our newest podcast? It's called The Greatest Story Never Told.
Download it today on radio.com. Be sure to subscribe. New episodes are uploaded every Tuesday at noon.
Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the Men's Room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
And away we go. Welcome to Season 16, Episode number 3520. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and Mike Hawk. And you are the Men's Room. On tap today, it's a 25 from 50 inspired Bad Choice Friday. The return of Ted versus the FCC. Plus headlines, the Men's Room shot of the day, fun with listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted.
Click, clack, crinkety drunk.
All right, here we go. Florida wins again with the arrival of the South American penis snake.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, video shows an impala escaping 16 wild dogs, crocodiles, and hippos, all while jumping into a lake. BC man tells Mounties he didn't want to cut his grass, so he just set it on fire. A jail cell in Florida is where a man who castrated another in a La Quinta Inn will retire. And a woman is burned and sets her car on fire while trying to kill bed bugs. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, as we addressed during yesterday's shot of the day, Ron co-founder and OG TV pitchman Ron Popeil died Wednesday night at the age of 86. Now, this is the man that brought us, among other things, the pocket fisherman, the Mensomatic, the smokeless ashtray, the bedazzler, and, of course, hair in a spray can. Now, all of these products may sound stupid, and they kind of are, but enough people bought these things that at the time of his death, Ron Popeil was worth about, any guesses?
Oh, I know, $200 million.
$200 million. Selling that stuff. I mean, all he sold was the stuff that you thought he sold. That stuff, all right? So not bad for the guy who invented the infomercial. Now think about the impact that had. Billy Mays, right? Introduced us to OxyClean. Phil Swift continues to tell us about Flex Seal. And who can forget Vince Alford? That's the man who brought us both the ShamWow and the Slap Chop. Now, infomercials, they offer all kinds of products. That's the one place you can get the Jupiter Jack, the Handy Switch, the Hercules Hook, the Turbo Tiger, and, of course, the Ding King. And while some people might argue that these products are a waste of money, I submit that I'd rather spend $19.95 on a Slap Chop than $750,000 on 4 gold-plated toilets. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian did exactly that in their Bel Air mansion, and that's only slightly dumber than the $325,000 that Paris Hilton spent on a doghouse. Or Tyrese Gibson, who, much like Sir Branson,
Richard Branson?
Richard Branson. Well, Tyrese Gibson, he also bought a private island. except he bought his for his 8-year-old daughter. But hey, it's your money. Spend it how you like. And really, that's what leads to today's question. Today, we want to know, what is the birth... Jesus.
New on Curiosity Stream, he allows them their riches
Putin has to be the richest of the rich.
in exchange for their loyalty.
The oligarchs have supported someone for president that they underestimated.
The illicit affair between Russia's elite and the man who rules them on Putin and the oligarchs. And World War II Normandy. An obscure battle training session takes a tragic turn. Uncover the one secret military catastrophe on the secret D-Day disaster. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
Oh, fiddlesticks! What, Wilbur? We just got hit and I think my back has all been out of shape.
You gotta talk with those whippersnappers at the Advocates Law Firm. They're the best injury lawyers around.
What? Pipe down, Clarence! Abner's telling me about the lawyers and the advocates. So what happened to you, Abner?
I was walking across the street with the light when some young punk came screeching around the corner. I lost a toe.
What? Shut it, Clarence! If you get injured, the advocates get results.
AdvocatesLaw.com.
Why are stores always out of the size you need? You know what I mean? Like that cute dress that caught your eye or the size 4 diapers you specifically came to buy. At Hello Bello, we want to make those unsuccessful trips to the store a thing of the past, which is why we created our diaper bundle. Simply visit HelloBello.com from the comfort of your own couch, choose the size and up to 7 designs, and we'll deliver everything right to your door hassle-free. Visit HelloBello.com and enter HELLO30 at checkout for 30% off your first order.
Avocado believes in a healthier way to make a mattress. Better for you, better for the planet. That's the promise of Avocado Green's organic certified mattresses, bedding, and furniture. All handcrafted in sunny Los Angeles with the best natural materials on Earth. As a carbon negative company and proudly certified B Corp, we believe our business can be a force for good. Shop organic on avocadogreenmattress.com.
What is the best purchase you ever made? The worst purchase you ever made, or the silliest?
Be part of the big show. Call 206-421-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live. And send those emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Oh, Joe's and away we go. Welcome to Season 16, episode number 3520. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. The exciting return of Ted versus the FCC. We'll try to get one in the win column for Ted today.
Well, Ted will.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then if that doesn't work, coming up in the Men's Room Happy Hour, a Ted versus the FCC redemption.
Redemption, yes.
Where cussing isn't necessarily that big of a deal on the Odyssey app as we do our Men's Room Happy Hour. A little more Men's Room for you coming up at 6 o'clock this
But
afternoon.
there are no cuss words in the actual tongue twisters is the problem. You still have to say it right.
Well, that's the idea. But either way, yeah. So the exciting return coming up of Ted versus the FCC. Of course, we will drink and toast into the weekend. And then it's Bad Choice Friday time.
You know it's Bad Choice Friday. It's Bad Choice Friday. You know it's Bad Choice Friday. Hey, man, this is your fault.
Jam on.
And as we celebrate 50 years of KISW, Saturday and Sunday at noon, 25 from 50, as each weekend, Ryan Castle, he will take you through some of the best music from 50 years here at KISW. This week on 25 from 50 features the year 1994, which was a pretty strong year in music. So we'll play the top 25 songs that were played on KISW back in the day in 1994. Well, today on Bad Choice Friday, we don't feature any of those songs.
Nope.
And we give you the option, first off, of Coolio. Ted, help me. Is this the one where Coolio is on the big wheel in the video?
Yes.
It is. Okay.
It's a fantastic board.
Of course,
what's
it's on
more
a big wheel.
fantastic than a big wheel?
Yeah.
And there's this, I mean, I don't know. I think most people know this song and then like the serious one.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's it.
Right, he
Including
wasn't on the
Coolio.
big wheel in that one.
Coolio is taking on from 1994 the band known as Tag Team. What do you guys think it is?
What it is?
Yeah.
Oh, but
Oh, it is.
I assume it.
Are you sure? Because remember, Faith No More has the same question. What is it? Is it what? Apparently, the it, many bands don't know.
Probably what it is what it was.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, okay. Coolio taking on Tag Team on our Bad Choice Friday. Here's how you vote on a Bad Choice Friday. Just follow us on Twitter at Men's Room Live. We've got the poll up there for you. One of those two tunes coming up right after we drink a toast with the shot of the day. Okay, as we toasted yesterday on the shot, Ron Popeil, the genius who amassed a $200 million fortune selling things like the Vegematic, Mr. Microphone, the Pocket Fisherman, the Inside the Shell Egg Scrambler, which
who doesn't need
still
that?
Uncertain how that works. He died yesterday. He was 86 years old. He passed away suddenly and peacefully after a medical emergency. He basically invented the infomercial. He sold products from the Ronco Company on late-night TV beginning in 1959.
Yeah, dude's been at it for a while, man.
With a Chop-O-Matic. His commercials also spawned catchphrases like, "But wait, there's more," and "as seen on TV." And if you go to any Bartell, you'll see that they actually have an entire half of an aisle still devoted to As Seen on TV products.
There's a whole store called like the As Seen on TV store. Yeah, and Ron Popeil is the man behind that.
Not to mention Set It and Forget It. That was the slogan for the Showtime Rotisserie and Barbecue. And the always classic, "Hey, good looking, we'll be back to pick you up later," from the Mr. Microphone commercial in the 70s. He achieved perhaps his greatest honor in 1984 when Weird Al Yankovic immortalized him in the song Mr. Popeil.
Yeah, it's a huge deal, man.
What was he satirizing with Mr. Popeil? Do we remember the song?
I don't really remember the song, but they said when Ron Popeil got wind of this song, he then lobbied for Weird Al. Hey, can I use it in some of my actual infomercials? Weird Al said, hell yeah. So, yeah, he's a pop culture icon.
Some of the things that Ron Popeil, by the way, invented or marketed over the years include, as we told you, the Showtime Rotisserie and Barbecue. That had enough room in it for 2 whole turkeys. Chickens.
Yeah.
So like when you get well, not 2 turkeys.
That's a big ass
two
appliance.
chickens, like the kind that you get at the grocery store. You know, that are already cooked
Room
up
for
for
2
you.
turkeys. That's called lockup.
That'll scramble an egg while it's still inside its shell. Help me, Mr. Popeil!
It's got a little B-52s in it, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It really does.
I mean,
Weird Al can do anything.
It really can. I don't know that I'm even familiar with that song. I don't think I've heard that
It's kind of got a rock lobster thing going on. Oh, what else did he do? He did rhinestone and stud setter, so you could stud up your clothing and look like you're from Arizona or New Mexico. He also had the Miracle Broom, the Miracle Brush, the Pottery Wheel, the Bagel Cutter,
also known as a knife,
the Candle Making Kit, the Battery Tester, the Drain Buster, Feather Touch Knives, the Glass Froster, the Have a Maid Mop, because you're the maid, Mr. Dentist. I don't want to even know. I hope to God that you would just go to a
home dental care.
I'm sure that's sold big in Kentucky and West Virginia and the parts where I'm from. The record vacuum. That would be to take the dust off the record player.
Oh, yeah, it's an actual little vacuum.
But strictly just for your record player. He also had a roller measure, which they still use today. That was kind of one of those.
Is that the one like on a
things.
stick?
It's the kind where you roll it across, and you can basically determine if you were to hang a picture or something.
Oh,
like
right. Okay.
The distance between 2 points.
That was Popeil, huh?
Mm-hmm. He had the salad washer and dryer. That's basically just a salad spinner.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen that before. The Whip-O-Matic, Ronco spray gun, and the crepe kit. Now, you did say he did the spray on hair.
It's hair in a spray can. Please get it right, Miles.
So it's kind of like silly string, but it's in fact hair. Mike, do we have a bit of that commercial from?
GLH means great looking hair. Just spray GLH on and it instantly covers your bald spot, leaving you with great looking hair. And ladies with thinning hair or bald spots, GLH solves the problem instantly. GLH is not a paint or a cover-up. It's an amazing powder that clings to the tiniest hairs on your head. It actually builds on itself, leaving you with great looking hair.
Okay. I don't know. It always just looked like spray paint to me.
That's pretty much, it's like spray paint, but with fibers in it.
Okay. Well, believe it or not, I'm not exactly sure if they make this anymore. But if they did, would you guys be willing to try it?
I'd give it a try. Apparently it washes out. Like it washes out with just shampoo and water, right? So you can switch it up every day. So for that purpose, sure.
All right.
I don't know.
What do you think's going to happen?
What are you afraid of?
Like chemicals. Like they used to have this stuff that you could just roll on and wipe off your hair.
Uh-huh.
And I tried that, and it ate my skin alive.
Okay, well, it worked.
You can do the whole LeBron James thing with this. The Fusion hair in a can. So it'll kind of just take your, it'll just give you a tight top.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, all right. Okay, there it is.
You just got lined up, fresh out of the shop.
Yeah.
No, I just sprayed it on.
And because, as you said, he inspired a number of people, including the late Billy Mays, who passed away in 2009. He had quite the list of products as well. He had the Ding King, which is a dent repairing device, kind of that suction cup thing where you can pull stuff out. He also sold snowboards, the Crocodile Cutter, which is a cutter that cuts straight every single time you use it. He also had the Gator Blades, heavy-duty windshield wiper blades. He sold the Gopher, remember that? The tool for grabbing out to reach objects.
The Gopher? I don't
the
remember
Gopher.
that.
It was like a extension with a like basically what you see.
A little trigger on it, and it
people picking up trash with.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
OxyClean was also something that he invented or sold. He had the Steam Buddy, a lightweight steam iron, the Turbo Tiger, the Ultimate Chopper. What Odor? An odor-removing fluid. Jupiter Jack, a cell phone speaker system for the car. I bet that was amazing. And a bunch of other stuff. That was the Handy Switch, which was a wireless electric switch. Basically, he had everything. It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? Yeah, whatever. Oh, yeah, so a number of products there. And then we have a couple other stories.
Do you want to play a little Billy Mays?
Oh, we have Billy Mays as well.
Hi, Billy Mays here for OxyClean, the stain specialist. Powered by the air you breathe, activated by the water that you and I drink. It's Mother Nature approved, then it's safe on your colored fabrics. Use it on carpets. OxyClean seeks out organic stains, pet stains, food stains that get down into the matting, into the padding. It even takes red wine and grape juice out of white carpeting. Don't just get it clean. Get it OxyClean.
You know what's crazy about OxyClean, though, right? And
it works.
Right. But typically, when you are a TV pitchman, all right, and you're slinging your product late night, you just kind of assume that the product doesn't work. So when he first introduced OxyClean, I'm like, whatever, man. OxyClean's everywhere now.
Yeah.
And everyone I know, including myself, swears by it.
That's right. Now we have the story. Would you spend or try to eat a 40-year-old piece of wedding cake? Because it's going to hit the auction blocks in about 2 weeks.
No.
What's it been in?
I'm assuming it was frozen. So typically when...
Right, it's probably been frozen. It has been maintained. It's just, its history is why they think they're going to command a lot of money.
Yeah, I don't think I need to eat cake that's 40 years old.
The opening bid is $700, by the way. Wherever that goes, it goes. It was from the wedding of Prince Charles and Princess Diana in July of 1981. The slice came from one of 23 cakes that were made for the ceremony. It comes with a wedding program, ceremony details, and a breakfast menu. It was last sold in 2008. The auction house says, quote, it appears to be in exactly the same good condition as when originally sold. We strongly advise against eating it, by the way. But
yeah, you don't say.
Opening bid is $700.
You know, that's a Seinfeld. Elaine's boss buys some, I forget which wedding it's from.
All right.
But she doesn't know that it's like from that. So she eats it all, replaces it with a store-bought cake, and then the guy comes in to appraise it. He's like, it's an Edmonds.
Sorry. It's like Antique Roadshow where they let somebody down.
I mean, it's the same thing. Like, imagine you just showed up drunk one night and you just see that cake in my house.
I'd eat it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, like, oh, I'll eat it.
Or my kids would eat it, whatever the case.
So our question today is, what is the best purchase you've ever made, or the worst purchase you've ever made, or the silliest? 206-421-ROCK.
And a few quick comments here. It says, my husband was sweating me out of bed, so I bought a bed jet. Best purchase ever made. Blows cold or hot air between two sheets that are stitched together, the cloud sheet. Basically, he can warm his side of the bed. I can set mine to icebox if I want to chill out. Absolutely love it. Best $500 I ever spent.
What happens to people when they turn into an easy bake oven at night?
I don't know, but there it is.
You ever been with somebody who just heats up like a...
Well, everybody does.
Well, I know, but I mean, I'm like really hot. Like, I mean, real hot. Like, you don't even be close to them.
Well, that's why you should get the bed jet.
Yeah,
it's remote control.
I've heard great things about the bed jet, but that's a purchase.
That is a purchase.
Okay.
But she says, look, man, we're husband and wife. We're stuck in bed together. This is his deal every night. $500 solved the problem. Somebody else says, the dumbest purchase ever made when I was 22 years old, fresh to having a home here in Washington, and had a Kirby vacuum representative sell me a $2,000 vacuum.
Do you still have the vacuum? Because those are supposed to be like a lifetime vacuum, right?
$1,000 goddamn dollars, it better be, man.
I believe that's a canister vacuum, if I'm not mistaken. The old school ones.
Are they any good? Like, I've only heard of them as far as door-to-door sales.
They're really dangerous on steps. I mean, depending on how you use the
Right.
damn thing. You got to start from the bottom and work your way up.
All throughout my childhood, we had a Kirby vacuum.
And
it's still good. It still works.
Yeah.
It's got actual big mechanical parts to take either just the regular brush head off of it and like put a hose on it. I mean, this thing's old school. It came straight out of the 90s, but it still works today. When my dad's other vacuum goes down, he pulls the Kirby out and it still works.
Would you recommend a Kirby?
Yes.
Okay.
I love Kirby.
That's all you need
It was
to know.
great.
Okay.
And I like this one. The best purchase I made, liposuction. To move the fat from my stomach to my boobs, gained the cup size, lost inches from my waist.
Damn.
Yeah, well
Okay.
played.
I think the next thing I'm going to buy, and I know this sounds crazy, but I was doing this thing where I would listen to an album a night or, a couple times a week whenever I had time. I'd put on a complete album. And I ran through all my albums. So I listened to every single one of them that I have. But now I realize I've got like 6 boxes of CDs that are in my garage.
Right.
And I think I'm going to move on and start listening to my CDs again. So
Yeah.
I was looking at these little tiny CD players, basically, that are just, like it's got a speaker on it and it just plays out of this little tiny box.
So it'll sound like what I discovered.
It's going to sound like crap, but I don't care.
Why don't you just buy an old school, like a little boom box?
And that's not a bad idea either.
Get an adapter. Otherwise, you're going through D batteries constantly.
Right, exactly. But it's got like, you do a Bluetooth speaker on it, all that crap.
I'm sorry, I just had an epiphany. All right, so boom boxes are huge, especially if you lived in the city. Everybody had one. And like now, people use headphones. Well, not so much back then. But all those dudes that sell batteries out on the street, I bet you their heyday probably got started with because I'm like, why are you trying to sell people
New on Curiosity Stream, she was a loving wife, a devoted mother. She also stole atomic secrets and gave them to the Soviets. Meet the woman whose deception kick-started the Cold War on the spy who stole the atom bomb. And
what if they catch you?
Then I shall be shot.
They're coming! Come back!
relive history's most death-defying escapes. It's Impossible Escapes, Civil War. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
Oh, drat. I was driving along minding my own business when that vulgar leech hit my Beamer with his pickup truck. I fear I've fractured my clavicle.
I say, old boy, don't simply put it in the hands of your insurance company to sort it out. Talk with the dedicated road solicitors at the Advocates Law Firm.
Pipe down, you old sod. The Advocates will see your case through to the bitter end and won't sleep a fortnight until they have victory in their grasp.
Jolly good, old man. Jolly good indeed.
You get injured, the Advocates get results. AdvocatesLaw.com.
Cleaning up poop is one of the worst chores we face as parents. A leaky diaper can ruin your day, whether you now need to clean the whole crib or you've ruined yet another favorite shirt. At Hello Bello, we know your pain, which is why our affordable diapers help prevent leaks day and night. They're sleek and thin and come in several adorable designs. To save yourself from future blowouts, visit HelloBello.com and use code HELLO30 for 30% off your first bundle of diapers. That's HelloBello.com, code HELLO30 for 30% off.
At Avocado, we believe everyone deserves a safe, healthy mattress and a great night's sleep. That's why we're so excited to introduce our new Eco-Organic mattress, starting at just $6.99 with easy financing and made with the same incredibly comfortable, naturally cool materials you've come to expect from Avocado. It's a radically affordable, certified organic mattress held to the highest standards of social and environmental responsibility. Organic sleep awaits at avocadomattress.com.
Batteries, man. Now that we're having this conversation, like, oh, yeah, got to power up that boombox with 15 D batteries.
Right. Our question, what is the best purchase that you've ever made, the worst purchase you've ever made, or the silliest? 206-421-ROCK.
99.9 KISW. The men's room is in progress.
What is the best purchase that you've ever made, or the worst purchase that you've ever made, or the silliest? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Justin. Welcome to the men's room.
Ahoy!
Hola!
All right, hold on. I want to start this off by saying, man, I miss you guys. I moved to Eastern Washington and haven't been able to listen to you guys regularly like I have since like 2005.
Wow, that was right when we got here. Well, man, you can download the Odyssey app and you can listen to it in your car.
That's the only way I get to. But I moved over here and started night shift, so I started at like 2:30. So I get to hear the intro. Then nothing else. Now I'm on day shifts, and I get to hear you guys again.
Okay. Well, if not, you can always listen to Uncle Dave on the Quake out there in Cleella, wherever the hell he broadcasts from.
Nah, I'm above Spokane. I don't know about them.
All right, whatever.
Also, dude, we put the podcast up every day, so you it's after you get off work or while you're at work, you can listen all 4 hours.
Oh, I have been.
Oh, all right. You're on.
He has been, Ted.
Come on,
Listening
Ted.
to you guys live and being able to call in is so much better.
Oh, well, cool, man. Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Hang up on him.
Shut up, Ted. I was going to give you guys a shout-out, too. I was going to ask for a shout-out, but now that Ted said that, I ain't giving you a shout-out. I was going to give all you guys the most amazing shout-out. Like, instead of saying, oh, my wife or my friend or this, that, and the other, I wanted to give a shout-out to the men's room.
And Ted blew
Feed
it.
the Thrill Hill is so amazing. You can smell the farts through the radio.
I appreciate
and Miles,
that.
he can take a positive day and turn it negative, and somebody's dead. And now you, Ted, ain't saying nothing about you, but Mike Hawk, he keeps everything just plain.
That was awful nice of you.
Now, you guys are seriously the light at the end of the tunnel.
Well, cool. Thank you, man.
Thank you, brother.
Anyhow, now that I've made all your heads explode, best purchase I ever did was a house. I bought a house about 10 years ago for $150,000. We just sold it, moved over to Eastern Washington, and I sold it for $430,000.
Where were you at?
Gig Harbor.
Okay.
All right, we had a guy from Redmond. He sent a text in earlier. He bought his house, I want to say 17 years ago for $360,000. He sold it yesterday. Any guesses? So this is Redmond.
$360,000?
You bought it for $360,000.
I'll say $750,000.
Oh, Miles.
No,
you
in Redmond?
poor, broke piece of unaristocratic
I'm going
garbage.
for 1.2 mil.
I'll say 1.5.
1.4.
1.4.
1.4.
Now, let me ask you this. Were you able to take that money and basically buy a house with cash in Eastern Washington?
We put a lot of money down. We put like $180K down on a house. We ended up buying a piece of property over here, 18 acres, 3,000 square foot house, huge shop, and our payments are roughly the exact same as over there.
Sweet.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
That's very cool, man.
So,
Yeah,
and it's always been our dream to move over here, and we did it.
What is the temperature there right now?
About 103.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, lovely.
Man, oh,
And
man.
now that I've been here for 3 months, it just seems, I'd say about 105 is hot. 90 degrees is absolutely normal. So,
Yeah, you get
I put on a
acclimated quick,
long-sleeve
man.
shirt at 60.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, congratulations on that, man.
Yeah, if you can get it, if you can buy a house, so, I mean, it depends where you buy it, but certainly in the general Seattle area, you'll get your money back on it.
Yeah, I was trying to see the article I read today about just the housing market here in Seattle was that I want to say it was maybe 70% of the homes for sale are $1 million or more.
And none of them are worth it. I mean,
So,
they're just not. But
yeah,
people
no,
spend
yeah,
a lot of money.
it's
What blew my
insane.
mind, when my wife and I were looking to buy a new house, the Seattle market does very, very well. And you would put an offer in on a house, but that's one of 8,000 offers that came in. But the one thing that happens, and it blows my mind that it happens here so much, is that the bidding war happens, but people will overbid by significant amounts of money, right? So the only thing I told my wife, I said, look, it's just not in me to give people more money than they're requested. Like, I don't go to the grocery store and say, look, I saw this gallon of milk was $3. I'm going to give you $20. It's just, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Right. And what amazed me was how much extra money people would offer and end up with like 1,500 square feet.
Then there's the flip side. I told you guys a story about my mom's friend. My mom's friend, she lives not too far away from my mom, but she lives in like a double wide trailer. Maybe it's just a single wide trailer. Either way, her husband, he passed away fairly quickly. It wasn't expected. But either way, my mom's friend, her kids are down in like North Carolina or South Carolina or whatever the deal is. So the idea being, okay, well, now that dad's gone, we're going to move mom closer to us so they can hang out with the grandkids and everything else. You know what I mean? She doesn't have anything left in the town, so why not? So they sold the guy's truck, and it was like originally maybe a $75,000, $80,000 truck.
All right.
And they sold the truck for like $40,000.
Okay.
Or whatever it was. It was a couple years old. And then my mom said, so they went to look and see what the sales price would be on their trailer.
All right.
So the sales price on the trailer is $13,000.
Right.
So the truck, the guy buys a $72,000 truck. He lives in a $13,000 trailer.
Yeah.
So that's the other side. You know what I mean?
Right.
Of different parts of the country, depending. What is the best purchase? They probably think that's the best purchase ever. It's all it's paid for. You know what I mean?
Well, it is. You know, I got no mortgage.
Yeah. I mean, you think maybe you'd move on up, and no. What is the best purchase you've ever made, the worst purchase you've ever made, or the silliest? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Chris. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
All right, so I'm 31. My girlfriend is 29, and for the last 2 weeks, she became ridiculously obsessed with the K-pop band BTS.
Oh boy!
Does that mean you're going to McDonald's for nuggets?
I don't know if they do that promotion anymore.
They might if you ask them. I mean, it's not like you get a toy or anything. It's just the meal itself.
But they already got somebody else up.
They do.
Because like Travis Scott, Travis Scott had one, BTS has one, and good call. Yeah, Sweetie's got one.
Right.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. She's got a Big Mac. She's got 4-piece nuggets. She's got fries and a drink.
Her meal's the biggest meal?
What's that? The Sweetie meal?
Yeah.
Yeah. No comment?
Try not to read into it.
So what is she?
I mean, like Travis Scott just had like a burger and a medium fry.
Well, maybe he's not as hungry. But so what is she buying?
Like every like little piece of memorabilia. She said she just spent like $100 on, I don't know, something that comes with like a poster and like 4 other things.
Okay.
And
now look, I don't know much about BTS. I know of their existence. My kids are familiar with them, whatever. But as far as their marketing and stuff goes, like I almost broke my parents because I was a KISS kid when I was little, and all they did was merchandise stuff. So are they like doing the lunch boxes and the thermoses and all this kind of crap?
Not that I've noticed, at least that not that she's purchasing, but it's more, like she spent like, $60 for like a single.
Sure.
For like one of their singles.
What?
Well, let me ask you this, all right? Aside from the merchandising aspect of the band, I know they're one of the largest selling bands in the world right now as far as the number of units they've sold over the last couple of years. So if she loves the band, she probably started by liking their music. Now, I don't mind pop music. I maybe I know a BTS song, and I don't know that I do. I might have heard it, but just didn't know it was them. But what is their music tolerable? Can you listen to it?
I mean, the one song she showed me, I wasn't really too keen on it. But she started this whole thing because as long as I've known her, which is like 6-7 years, she loves watching like Korean dramas, like soap operas.
All right, so she's into the entire cultural aspect of it too.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
But is that why she likes the band? Does she like them because they're Korean, or does she legitimately like their music? Or is it both?
It's a little bit of both. I think it started with one, and then she just legitimately liked everything that they did.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can't control the music people like.
And also, too, with memorabilia, you're either going to, it depends. If you open it, you've already devalued it.
But it depends what you're buying.
Right. Do you want it just to enjoy it, or do you want it to be a collector's item that maybe one day, you can cash in on? But like anything else, popularity of music comes in waves. I mean, I'm not saying like if you didn't have like the original, I don't know, Backstreet Boy action figures in boxes or whatever they did.
But I think there's a difference. If you bought a KISS doll now, you're keeping it in the box because you made an investment. At the time KISS dolls came out and I'm a child, that thing's out of the box in a heartbeat.
Well, of course.
So I'm saying she probably
pulls
all the stuff out because she actively likes this band that is currently still existing. Right? 20 years from now, if she's still nostalgic about it, she might go to some convention, and whatever she buys there, she's going to leave it in the packaging. Because right now it doesn't matter. There's no value to it right now. If it's currently a product that's out and the band is still huge, which they are right now, there's no value to keeping it in the box unless you predict 20 years from now someone's going to care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you buy it right now, I want it right now, man. But if I buy it after the fact, then I'm definitely going to keep it as pristine as I can.
You have, all right, well, okay, so you have the original Appetite for Destruction, Guns N' Roses album?
Yes, with the original cover, yeah.
All right, do you play it?
No, so I bought the one with the fake. But that's the point. But keep in mind, when the album first came out and they had the real cover, I opened it up and I played it because that was the album and the band's out. And then I don't know, parents or whoever freaked out about the cover and they put out the fake one with the cross and the skulls. So I play that one. So I have two copies of it.
So the one will still retain some of its integrity.
Right, and the songs are exactly the same. The song order's the same. All the liner notes are the same. All the inside photographs are the same, right? But
it's a robot.
I play the fake cover one because it takes more wear and tear. And frankly, that for my taste, the original cover art for Appetite for Destruction is one of the coolest album covers ever.
It is.
Ever, man. So that
it might not fly now. It didn't fly then.
It absolutely would not fly now. And I have one other album to do that with. I think Sticky Fingers, Rolling Stones.
Is that the one? Do you have the one with the zipper?
Right. So that one does not get played.
Okay.
Because that one also costs. But keep in mind, I bought the album obviously way after they put it out, and I actively sought it out.
All right.
So I had a copy of it, just 2-dimensional, and I've played that. I finally got the one with the zipper, which is the real legitimate one, right? First press. I don't play it. But that's what I mean. If I bought it when the Stones released it, I absolutely would have opened it and played the hell out of it.
I think my
investment.
gym is that I've got a pretty early edition of Satanic Majesty's Request from the Stones.
Yeah.
With a hologram, which is almost in pristine condition.
Got that one too.
Oh, see?
I do. But again, I don't play that one. I play the one that does not have the hologram. I know.
All right. What is the best purchase you've ever made, the worst purchase you've ever made, or the silliest? 206-421-ROCK.
What is that robot doing?
He's not really doing anything. Whatever's happened has happened. He's talking about the Appetite for Destruction cover. Let's not jump to conclusions.
Ask Duff.
Because I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't look that bad. I mean,
you've got to understand what this is the after effect of what happened.
Yeah.
So what it's implying that has taken place is the problem with that, I think.
oh, I see. Yeah, there's a cartoon boob.
Right.
Yes, there is.
How old were you when you got that?
Came out, 86, 87, so 16, 17, or 18. I don't remember exactly how
You
old.
probably love that album cover.
Yeah, I love that album cover.
Sure. I mean, you didn't.
I sure did.
Half the time when you go, that's the problem. Half the time when you went to a record store as a kid, you judged the book by the cover. So you would buy something because it looked cool, even if you hadn't really only heard one song off of it or what. Like, I like this band, I'll give it a try.
And you looked at
I
the
made the
album
mistakes of stuff like Aldo Nova and other things, but
Meatloaf. Bad out of hell.
Meatloaf is the worst.
I'm thinking about this is going to be the greatest album ever based on the cover.
If you like Meatloaf, you like Meatloaf. The cover just doesn't.
It's not indicative of what you're going to do.
Of what you're listening
You know who
to.
else would throw that? Molly Hatchet.
Yeah, because that looks kind of like more. It's going to be metal.
It's going to be the heaviest metal, and it is not.
And what you get is you get Kermit the Frog singing Southern rock.
Right.
But you would never know that.
No. Like, what is this? And what's the other one? Grateful Dead.
That you would assume that was metal back in the day. If you did not know the
If you
Grateful
did not know who they were.
we're kids. So I mean, everyone else knew that. But
see,
but you look at the Skull, the Crossbone, you think this is metal. This is going to be Maiden,
right?
But it's
not at all. Imagine if you bought an Iron Maiden album. You don't know who the band is.
It was Adele.
Right. I mean, you're just like, dude, this cover is not indicative of the music that I'm going to hear. I think the only band that really nailed it was Grim Reaper. Because their album cover looked like a Molly Hatchet album, except they sounded the way their album cover looked.
Well, the name of the album was "See You in Hell."
Yeah, I'm like, but again, it could have been like, "I'll see you in hell." It wasn't. It was a good album. I liked it.
You definitely remember like album covers and posters more back in the day.
Oh yeah, because that was everything.
Right, we would sneak off to go to a store to look at posters. But like the other night, I was somewhere.
Spencer's Gifts, flip to the big poster.
Exactly.
Slow down when you got to the chicks.
A song came on, and I looked at my buddy, and I was like, I used to have self-time to this album cover.
Who was it? Mariah Carey?
Adina Howard.
Adina Howard?
Yeah, if you heard Freak Like Me, you'd remember the song.
Okay. What is the best purchase you've ever made, the worst purchase you've ever made, or the silliest? 206-421-ROCK.
For tough times, boys.
Yeah, I like how you're like, I used to masturbate to this song.
We used to masturbate to the Sears catalog bra section. So
Goddamn. And those are the biggest
There's no
bras.
shame in this game. I mean, it looked like you could catapult like a bowling ball across the city with one of those things, man. I mean, seriously.
I will say this.
They had 9 different straps on the back. Oh, yeah.
Right?
All right. Those are booty shorts way back then.
Oh, you're like 13. That was
something else. Whew. No wonder you like that way.
And by the way, I would argue that JCPenney did a better job in the bra section of the catalog than Sears.
Either way, I mean, we didn't have a lot.
I know we didn't have a lot, and either would work in a. That's why you were so excited for Christmas, because Sears and JCPenney would send out their big fat catalogs.
God forbid you had somebody in your family who ordered something from Fredericks of Hollywood. And you're like, oh man, game on. That was before Victoria's Secret. So if you got that catalog, it was like, oh man, I'm showing all my friends.
Yeah, but look, Victoria's Secret is how love the catalogs, but they were more like, this is how to look sexy. Fredericks of Hollywood is like, this is about having sex. This is purely
which
100%.
They had a brick and mortar store by the Ghetto Mall, not in the Ghetto Mall, not the good one,
right?
The one closer to my house.
Did you ever walk in?
I never walked in, but we walked by it every time we went by. Beltway Plaza.
Yeah.
It was right around the corner. It was right next to like the shop where you'd get like switchblades.
I still don't feel I still don't feel comfortable walking into one of those stores. Ever.
Really?
No. I don't care if I'm with
Victoria's
somebody.
Secret?
I don't care if I'm there to get a gift. No. I don't feel comfortable. I feel like people are looking at me and judging me like, why is that guy in here?
They're always looking at
it's
you
like
judging you.
It's like the male gynecologist. You're like, what are you doing, doc?
But look, Victoria's Secret is one, because Victoria's Secret says either an anniversary's coming up, a birthday's coming up, or he's just being nice, right? And if you go in with your wife or girlfriend, it's understood, but there's a certain class there. Frederick's at Hollywood is like buying condoms. There's one reason that you're making this purchase, and
right.
like not for next week. You're having sex tonight. You just have your lingerie fetish, and you want to take the soap over. There's going to be semen stains on the thing we sell you within an hour and a half. That's Frederick's at Hollywood.
And when you walk into Victoria's Secret, don't have that smile on your face.
Hey, ladies. Hey, let me help you out here. Excuse me. The person I'm going out with is about your size. Would you mind trying this on for me? All the lines that work all the time, right? Yeah. What is the best purchase you've ever made, the worst purchase you've ever made, or the silliest?
I must have a universal size. I mean,
206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Stefan. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
All right, so I'll get to the point and then we'll go into the story. But I tried to buy a table cover, and I basically got sent oversized tarp.
Wait, you tried to buy a table cover?
Yeah, so we bought a nice kitchen table. You know when you finally get a nice kitchen table? Well, I also have a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old, and the last thing I want them to do is destroy it. So I wanted to buy a table cover for it, and no one sells what I was looking for, at least I thought. So I found a company down in Georgia that did custom covers, talked to them, told them what I wanted. They said, yeah, no problem. Like 3 weeks later, I get it in the mail. $80, by the way, is what they cost me for this. And it was basically a tarp with a couple bungee cords stapled to it. I tried calling them for it. And they were like, sorry, it's a custom order, no refunds. Disconnected the call, never talk to me again.
You know what? To be honest with you, man, and I'm not trying to... Your kids are young right now, so they do eat at the table because they're either in a booster seat or a high chair or whatever. But to me, a kitchen table, it's almost like a piece of exercise equipment that you buy for your home. Mm-hmm. You know, when you first get it, you use it.
You sit down, you eat dinner.
And then the next thing you know, you're eating dinner, you know, and your kids are older in front of the television, you know what I mean?
All you got to do is move the pile of mail out of the way, and we'll sit down in it.
And that's what your coffee table becomes.
Well, now, just move the pile of mail and the laundry basket, because I am going to fold those. I swear to God. You know what? Just put the mail in the laundry basket and push it to the end of the table. And just put it on top of the kid's homework.
I have more crumbs and remnants of food on my living room floor than I do in my kitchen because I eat there all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, seriously. Like, I look down and go, like, I dropped some pepperoni last night for my pizza. I just pick up.
I have like one of those, like, you know, nice little bar tops, like for.
Sure.
But like, unless somebody comes over, I don't sit up there and eat.
No, me either. And Stefan, let me just tell you this. We had a nice dining room table. We had one. And we were dumb because we got the table before we had kids. Then we had kids, and we were just sure we're going to take care of this table. Look, it's an art desk.
It is.
It doesn't matter what I've said. There is permanent Sharpie. It has like these little grooves.
When's the last time you even ate inside? If you need, I mean, like if it's raining, yes, but you know what I mean. Like
that's not eating inside.
That's what I mean. Like in the summer.
Well, I did it this morning at my desk at work. Otherwise, when I get home,
exactly.
Outside.
What is the best purchase you've ever made, or the worst purchase you've ever made, or the silliest? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Dennis. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, men's room.
Hola,
Dennis.
So I worked for Nintendo for about 22 years. So in the early 90s, they started at the end of the year in December, they would have a garage sale every year, and they get rid of all the stuff that is left over from the year and employees' old video games and all that. Well, I collect all sorts of stuff. I'd always buy whatever I could. Wife wasn't always happy about that. We both worked at Nintendo. So fast forward 2011, a story comes out that somebody sells a video game on eBay and it sold for $40,000.
Jesus.
So I saw that. I was at work that day, and I go, I have that game. So I walked up to my wife's desk, and I go, honey, you know, I think I have this game. And she laughed. She's like, yeah, right. You're like all the stuff that you collect, you're going to have something that's worth anything. And so we get home that night. I go out in the garage. I'm going through my video game stuff, and I pulled out 1 copy, 2 copies, 3 copies, and
were they all original in the packaging, or had you played them, or what?
Yeah, they were never been opened. They're the NES 8-bit games from the original system. The game's called Stadium Events. It's one of the holy grails of video games. When you collect video games, everybody wants that game, and it's a stupid game, but there's supposed to be less than 10 known to exist that have never been opened.
Damn.
And
so you have 3 of those, and And you'd have to think, if it is the Holy Grail, the price has probably gone up from $40,000 maybe to $45,000, $50,000.
Well, I couldn't sell it when I worked at Nintendo. So when I left in 2014, I sold the first one on eBay. It got up over $100,000.
Jesus Christ.
And eBay said, you got somebody trolling your auction. You're going to have to reset your auction. So we did. And then the price plummeted down to like $35,100. And I sold it because I was unemployed. And I go, you know what? Cost me $1. $35,000, not a bad investment.
That's a good return.
No,
yeah,
that's crazy.
Good return. So that guy that bought it, he got a hold of me in 2018. Nobody knew that I had another one. He wanted to invest some more money in video games, and he offered me such amount. Anyway, I sold it to him for $62,500 in 2018.
So now you're down 2 and you have 1 left.
I have 1 left, and there's a story that just came out about the Mario game that sold for $1.5 million.
Yeah, we read that.
This is more valuable than that game. So I'm going to, my next one I'm selling, I'm getting a hold of that auction house and really going to make some money off of that, I hope.
Jesus.
And
man.
you can tell your wife to shut up about all your collectibles.
You said you don't work at Nintendo anymore. Did you retire, or are you still working, or you just go different job?
I left there. Well, Nintendo's no longer the company that it used to be. So, circumstances, I left and doing something else now. And in another year, I'll retire. Maybe sooner if I get this other game sold within the next year.
Yeah, I would too, man.
That's awesome.
That is great.
Yeah, I really, truly, like, you don't know what you have. Like all the albums you have, you could pull out 6 that you say, you know what, man, I bet this is worth some money. And I bet there's 3 more albums that you own that you
I'm not even thinking about.
Realize, and you have no idea. And those are the ones, that are going to be worth the money.
Every once in a while, and the albums that you do want to pick, and a lot of times I just want to pick up an album because I like the music. I want to add it to my collection. But on vinyl, there were, I want to say it was Biggie's first album, Ted?
Ready to Die.
Yeah, the lowest price I found as far as within reasonable condition, about $200.
Yeah.
Guess what I don't own?
Ready to Die.
You got it. I'm thinking, $30, it'll be good. I was like, holy gee. And everywhere I looked, man, it was an expensive ass album. So who the hell knows?
I really thought we came up with this question to be all bidet talk.
Well, yeah.
Hey, man, I bought that bidet. I'm never going back. I guess not.
Somebody said that on Twitter.
Oh, they already did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, for you, Ted, or no, for you, Miles. Somebody says, truth. I was a manager at Victoria's Secret in Chicago. I heard the size thing daily. I was 25 and a size 0 with the D cup. Yeah, right.
Oh, God. What's the best purchase you've ever made, the worst purchase you've ever made, or the silliest? 206-421-ROCK.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Avocado believes in a healthier way to make a mattress. Better for you, better for the planet. That's the promise of Avocado Green's organic certified mattresses, bedding, and furniture. All handcrafted in sunny Los Angeles with the best natural materials on Earth. As a carbon negative company and proudly certified B Corp, we believe our business can be a force for good. Shop organic on avocadogreenmattress.com.
As fathers, we must protect our children at all costs, and nothing threatens our babies more than poop. Day and night, poop threatens to attack their skin, make them cry, and ruin their favorite outfits. Hello Bello has stepped in to help us win the battle of the buns. Their diapers are absorbent, help prevent leaks, and come in a bunch of cute designs to make other babies jealous. They're affordable and delivered right to your door. To join the fight against poop, visit HelloBello.com and enter HELLO30 for 30% off your first order.